It's safe to be outside. And today I kind of want to talk about how YouTube has become the new rapper dream. When I was a kid, and I'm a little bit older now, I'm 38. When I was young, everyone wanted what was called a record deal. Everyone wanted to be signed to a label. And a lot of these people wanted to be rappers because that was the genre of the day. We had things like Lose Yourself with Eminem and 8 Mile, where the whole premise of that movie was the dream of getting signed to a label. Well, if anyone knows anything about a label, is you're only paid pennies per CD that you actually sell. We saw this with TLC. It's funny that they produced that song No Scrubs, but they were getting paid maybe 3 cents per CD that they dropped. Point of this is, while people were very aspirational about getting a record deal, it's really structured servitude in a way, because you're going to owe the record company all this money, so on and so forth. Now with YouTube, trying to get YouTube to send you a check, you're only going to get paid pennies per view is what's going to happen. It's just like the record industry. It's literally the same structure, but different thing is that you actually own your content that you're putting on YouTube to a degree, and you can have off-site offers, which is how people really make money on YouTube. The vast majority of my clients, they don't even have monetization set up on YouTube. And those that do have monetization, they treat it more like a bonus. It's more like a bonus. So if you have these aspirations to become a YouTube creator and you want to do it full time, where it replaces your 9 to 5 income, you have to think about it differently. Think about it differently. Because YouTube's not going to send you $1 million check. Not even going to send you a $2 check when you're first starting out, because most likely you're not going to be monetized. Point is this: you could still make money on day one on YouTube, even without being monetized, just by having a strong offer. It could be a strong offer, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. One of the first things that was ever sold on ClickFunnels were tactical flashlights. And what is that? What does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything. A guy procured a gross of flashlights from China, drop shipped them. They looked kind of cool. They looked kind of military, so he called them tactical flashlights. But the deal is this: they were just regular flashlights, and he made millions of dollars with this, and he did it through promoting on social media. And YouTube is a strong promotional vehicle for anything that you're going to try to sell off-site, and you can use that from day one. You don't need to be in the monetization program. I appreciate that. It's something I've been able to do. We were running a golf site. It was called GG Swing Tips. And this golf site, yeah, we got monetization on it, and we got a lot of views. We'd get between 350,000 views to 450,000 views a month. And from that, we'd make about $2,500 in ad revenue from YouTube. So we'd get a check from YouTube for $2,500. But what we were making on the website was more like 70,000. We'd be selling these different golf courses, not an actual physical golf course, but an online golf lesson, basically. And there were lessons that you could that you could take. You could take a la carte, where there was like how to help your backswing, how to help your downswing. That might be $20. And then there was the more intensive lesson where you do a one-on-one swing assessment through Zoom and all this stuff. $70,000 a month, not from YouTube ads. So it can be managed, brother. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, sir. I will take a look at the chat in a little bit. Get the point across here. So many people are chasing this structure where YouTube is just mailing them checks in perpetuity, like a Mr. Beast. And that's not to say that you can't get to that point. But the point is this: if you're thinking about making YouTube your career, it'd be better to figure out what you could sell. And that might even just be your time. Maybe you're very talented at something, and you could teach other people your talents and how they could leverage your knowledge to become as good or better than you in a certain field of study. You could sell that on YouTube. And all you need is a camera. We got one right on this phone, right? And a microphone also built into this phone. You don't need a whole lot of overhead if you do have an expertise or an innate passion about something. That's the way I see it. So this whole rapper's dream, I hear it talked about, the SoundCloud rappers, right? Now everybody wants to be a content creator, and it's crazy. It's something that I've observed in the last 10 years that I've been doing YouTube, and it's only going up. If you ask children in the United States what they want to be when they grow up, they say but they're looking at it the wrong way, just like musicians in music, but they might not be the most noteworthy or the most grandiose band is the Insane Clown Posse. ICP's model, they broke out of the record deal model. They used to be on Island Records, which was owned by Disney at the time. I could be wrong on this, but I believe it was Island Records. There was a lot of controversy with their Great Milenko album, and they got dropped by Disney, basically. So what they started to do is just press up these albums themselves. So they're selling a CD for $20. They're pocketing 15 to split between the two of them. I believe there was 3 partners involved. They made way more money than they were going to make being on a major record label. That's why all these different platforms like record labels, production companies, network television, it's all collapsing in real time. So if you get yourself your camera right here, you get your microphone going on YouTube, you could literally be as powerful as NBC or ABC or Interscope Records. All that stuff is dead now. That's all dead. That's a dead way of thinking. Things are being democratized every day. So if you're leveraging AI, now you have a very strategic partner in this whole pursuit. You can bounce your ideas off of AI and you can think about meaningful ways that you can actually monetize your social media rather than chasing a check from YouTube, which is no different than chasing a check from Interscope. YouTube is going to pay you pennies per view. Interscope was paying their artists pennies per CD sold, so they poured their entire effort, their whole embodiment into these albums that they would record for Interscope, Def Jam, all these different labels back then, and the artist is getting pennies on the dollar for that stuff. Whereas right now, you could sell your expertise on YouTube, and you could get all of it, especially if it's a digital product. You have to record it one time, you got to pay for the service where you're going to host your videos, whether it be a Kajabi, or you just do memberships here in YouTube. But even that, if you're going to do memberships in YouTube, they're going to keep 30% of your money. So maybe you just have these videos unlisted, or you make a Zoom model where you're doing real-time products for people, like maybe it be coaching or things like that. And I know we live in an era right now where everybody has an online course, right? Everyone's got one. Everyone's promoting their online course. But what they don't promote is what's unscalable, which is doing face-to-face interaction like I'm doing right now. If you did that on Zoom with somebody for a structured call for 30 minutes of your time, you put it at a price point, you work with ChatGPT to figure out what the market rate is going for that and thinking about where your expertise falls into that. This is the way to make money on YouTube, okay? Digest this information. I've worked on YouTube for 8 to 13 hours a day, 16 hours a day for the last 10 years. This is the way you make money. There's YouTube channels I have that can't be monetized, but they make money. They don't need YouTube to make money. You don't need YouTube to make money. All you need is YouTube as a platform to distribute your content to viewers like yourself, and people will want to do business with you if they feel an alignment with what you're talking about, an alignment with what you have to offer. But if all you have to offer is like cat videos and meme videos and things like that, yeah, you'll get people to watch. You'll get a little bit of entertainment value out of that. They'll get entertainment value out of that. But if you can offer something to somebody that will simplify their life or change their life for the better, you could just print money on YouTube because it's the distribution center. Television doesn't matter anymore. The radio doesn't matter anymore. Print media doesn't matter anymore. This is where the action is. And I like YouTube better than Instagram and Facebook and X or TikTok because it's very searchable. YouTube is still a search engine to a degree, though the algorithm has become so strong that the suggested videos and your browse feature, YouTube's going to curate most of the stuff that you interact with anyway. But YouTube lasts forever, whereas the feed system in Instagram, TikTok, it's kind of maybe 48 to 72 hours of lifespan for most of your content on there, unless it gets shared by somebody and it kind of reinvigorates the views that you're getting. I see a 48-hour to 72-hour lifespan for content on there, whereas on YouTube, you get an evergreen video on YouTube, that can go for years. One of the golf guys I worked with in the past, he has a video where he talks about how tall golfers can improve their golf swing. And that's a little niche market. He's not getting crazy views with it, but we filmed this video like 5 or 6 years ago. He's still getting 2,000 views a month. So let's see what this here. How do I manage to have so much energy when there are so few people watching you? Very interesting. Thank you so much. Oh, the energy comes from I'm passionate about this. I'm not really worried about how many people are watching me. You got to think about it like this. How many people actually want to make YouTube a career? Okay, so that's one qualifier. That's a lot of people. But how many people actually want to hear the truth about how to be successful on YouTube versus the dream that's sold to them by a lot of these course guys? They tell you, hey, we're going to teach you how to make viral thumbnails. We're going to teach you how to make viral videos. You know what that's going to get you? If you actually go viral, you're going to have the same life trajectory of somebody who wins the lottery, because going viral is winning the lottery. So I'm not worried about how many people are actually watching me. I'm just passionate about it. I mean, I live, breathe, and sleep marketing, specifically on YouTube. So yeah, I appreciate it. I look like I smoke mid. I've never had a cigarette in my life, pal, but I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. I'm not one of the kids, man. If you can't see it, I shaved it off. I got the gray hair there usually. So yeah, I'm not one of the kids, man. So that's probably very mid of me too, because I'm in my mid-life is what I'm in. I'm mid-life. Remember when we buried a boy? I'm good on that, pal. I don't know who old man is, but he kind of looks like Donald Trump. So yeah, that's just taking a look at the comments section there for a little bit. But the problem is most people are sold a dream about YouTube. They think they're going to become Mr. Beast. But even Mr. Beast, how many years did he spend before he became Mr. Beast, before he became noteworthy? And he's got all the brand deals and all that stuff. And look at how he makes his money. He's not even making it all off YouTube. He's selling Mr. Beast candy bars. He got a deal with Amazon Prime to do a live game show, basically a rendition of his YouTube show on Prime. That's where Beast is getting the cash, dude. He's getting it off his little toys that he sells, his gimmick that he did with Logan Paul, which is a Lunchable knockoff with the Primes. That's the deal. So what do we got here? I thought creating the relationship with the audience was more important than making money. I thought money was the outcome of the relationship. Yeah, absolutely. Because who's going to want to spend money with you if all you do is ask them to spend money? You understand what I'm saying? If you start your videos, especially this, if you're really, I see the joy of comedy, you're trying to start up your channel, never ask somebody to subscribe. Never ask somebody to like the video. Never ask somebody to comment. I just feel that it's lowbrow. You know, I've ran channels that have gone from 0 to 1 million. Most of my channels are 0 to 20,000. And the 0 to 1 million took only 2 years to do. We got to 100,000 from 0 in 1 year, and then the 1 million took 2 years. That's somatic breath work. It's a huge blast on shorts. We went big. We never asked anyone to subscribe. On any of the channels, we never ask anyone to subscribe. Because even that, it's just kind of weird. It becomes transactional. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead, click like and subscribe. You don't have to do that. If they liked it, they're going to want to do that. And even it's kind of a scarcity mindset, because if they liked it and they continue to watch it, they don't even have to subscribe, man. YouTube's algorithm is going to send it to them. They're going to send the content. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. Those are some weird spam gimmicks. Yeah, some weird scam gimmicks. I like that, though. Motivation at its peak. I like to motivate people. I need advice. Yeah, it's weird stuff. Weird stuff on the chat there, but that's all right. It is motivational, because I'll tell you this. Before I worked in YouTube, I worked in a warehouse, like an Amazon setting. I worked inside of a warehouse. I went from pushing a pallet jack in that warehouse to driving a forklift to managing a shipping department. I made good money. I had the whole safe job, the whole, hey, get a good job with benefits. That's what you got to do, and make sure it's a secure job. Yeah, but it was a horrible life. I didn't like it. And that's not to say that some people don't like it. Some people might like it. I didn't like it. So I am very motivated about helping other people that want to do this. But you got to do it the right way. And like literally here, if I check the time, because I'm curious, it's 12:30. And in 30 minutes, one of my clients, Jack Monroe, will be releasing a new video on his pickleball channel. Jack's crushing it. When I first started working with Jack, we were at 3,500 subscribers. Now we're 3 months in. We're about to hit 9,000 today. And, you know, the subscriber count doesn't matter that much. But we put out one video where Jack is playing 2 female professional pickleball players to see if one man could beat 2 women, right? Interesting premise. That video is at 140,000 views now. And before that, I mean, Jack was getting 700 views. He was getting 1,000, 1,200 views. He's getting it now, man. And the kid's got drive. I say kid because he's 21 and I'm an old man. I'm 38, mid. We've established this already. It is motivating to me because I love seeing people achieve their dreams. I love seeing people win. Because even if it's not my win, if I even helped them 25% to get to that win, I'm not going to take it from them. Why is Jack's channel doing so good? Because Jack's great on camera. He comes across very genuine because the kid loves pickleball. He's out there winning tournaments in the APP. He's #1 in APP right now. So why wouldn't his YouTube channel be #1? He's just as passionate about making the content as he is to make the point on the court. That's how you got to be if you want to come across and really capture the audience's attention. You don't have to do weird stuff. You don't have to do all these weird things. And I'll say this, you're going to get trolls in the comments. You'll get trolls in your chats. But this is something that I believe. Criticism is the lowest form of creation. And with that, I'm going to call it a day today. Happy Friday to everybody. I appreciate the encouragement in the chat. Hopefully, maybe this encouraged you too to learn a little bit more about becoming a YouTube creator, doing it the right way, and making the money you're owed, not the pennies per view that YouTube is going to send you in your mailbox. So have a good weekend, kids.